Now you move into the practice posture. Normally, we should complete the foundational theoretical study before beginning practice. But because the program contains a great deal of knowledge and you listen continuously, the mind becomes tense and tired. Therefore, we combine listening to the teaching and practicing so that your mind feels more relaxed. You become more focused in listening, understand thoroughly, and remember what you have learned. You practice in the sitting posture, commonly called sitting meditation. When in the sitting posture, you must pay attention to the postures of the body, including legs, hands, head, and neck. Regarding the legs, the best posture is the full lotus. Specifically, you place the right foot on the left thigh and the left foot on the right thigh, or the reverse. You do not press the foot close to the hip, but let the foot lightly touch the thigh. Draw both knees outward as far as possible so that both thighs touch the floor. If one side is raised, you change the legs. For example, if I place the left foot on the right thigh first and the right foot on the left thigh afterward, one knee will be raised. At that point, you change the legs. Normally, the full lotus posture is the best, but beginners who cannot sit in full lotus should sit in half lotus. Half lotus means sitting with one leg over the other. When sitting in half lotus, place your upper foot slightly inward so that the ankle of the upper foot does not press on the lower leg. If you cannot sit in half lotus, you may sit in a knees-hugging posture or with one leg in front of the other. If after sitting in full lotus or half lotus for a while, pain becomes dominant, you may shift to the knees-hugging posture for a few minutes. When the pain ceases, you return to half lotus or full lotus. Regarding the hands, you interlock two fingers, the index and the middle finger. Not all four fingers, only those two. The little fingers and ring fingers are placed upon each other, and the two index fingers touch each other. You place both hands on the legs. If your arms are long, you may place them slightly forward. If short, place them on the legs. Neither spread them outward nor press them inward. Let them remain natural. Keep the head straight, the neck straight, the back straight naturally, without straining upward. Especially, keep your teeth together and tongue on the upper palate. Simply put, keep teeth together, tongue on upper palate. What does it mean to keep teeth together, tongue on upper palate? It means allowing the upper and lower jaws to touch each other. Naturally, the upper jaw will move slightly forward and the lower jaw slightly inward. At that moment, the tip of the tongue touches the teeth. You feel a prominent sensation at the teeth and tongue. That is the posture of the body. What is your practice? Your practice is to train memory, remembering to apply continuous attention to whole body sensations. In daily life, you already have continuous attention, but you apply it only to tasks, not continuous attention to whole body sensations. For example, when pouring boiling water, you must apply continuous attention to that task. Otherwise, it is very dangerous. When walking on the road, you must also apply continuous attention to the road. When sweeping the house, you also apply continuous attention to sweeping. whatever the task. Walking, standing, lying down, sitting. Every activity requires continuous attention to that activity. Certainly, continuous attention to daily tasks has its good side. Seeing more clearly, hearing more clearly, working more precisely and productively. But that continuous attention also has its negative side. It leads to tension, fatigue, boredom, and cannot be sustained for long. You see, when listening to the Dhamma study, you must apply continuous attention to the teaching. Yet many of you cannot remain focused. When listening, you must focus completely on the teaching, but you can do so only for a short time. After that, you lose focus, think about other matters, do other things, and cannot apply continuous attention on the teaching. Here you are listening to a great deal of knowledge. Only with continuous attention can it be received. But you will see that continuous attention cannot be sustained for long, because it leads to tension and fatigue. Now you will experience this directly. Continuous attention focused on a task leads to tension, fatigue, and boredom. Now look at the screen and apply continuous attention to follow the moving second hand of the clock, so that you may experience that continuous attention cannot be sustained for long. After only a short while, you will feel tension, fatigue, and boredom. Now begin. Apply continuous attention to following the second hand, just as you do in daily work. And after a short while, you will feel tension, fatigue, boredom, and begin thinking randomly. Sustaining focus becomes a struggle. Please stop. You are practicing continuous attention just as in your daily life. You apply continuous attention to following the moving second hand of the clock. You see that this continuous attention allows you to clearly see the moving second hand. But after a short while, you begin to feel tension, fatigue, and boredom. At that moment, concentrating on following the second hand becomes very difficult. Even if you try and make effort, it still remains tense and tiring. Thus, you have experienced that in daily life you apply continuous attention only to work, without applying attention to the body while working. Such attention leads to effective work, but after a while it leads to tension, fatigue, and boredom, so it is impossible to sustain this attention for long. Now you will practice continuous attention to whole body sensations, while at the same time applying continuous attention to the task, so that you may experience that. When continuous attention to the task is accompanied by continuous attention to whole body sensations, that attention brings joy and ease, no longer tension, fatigue, or boredom as before. Now you will practice continuous attention to whole body sensations, together with continuous attention to following the moving second hand, using a technique called restrain, remind, rhythm. That is, keep teeth together, tongue on upper palate, and keep in mind C, in rhythm with the movement of the second hand. At that moment, you will experience applying continuous attention to the second hand while still applying continuous attention to whole body sensations. Whole body sensations here means sensations at the teeth and tongue, sensations of breathing in and out, sensations at the buttocks, at the chest, sensations of heat, cold, pain, itching. That is called whole body sensations. Naturally, sometimes it is here, sometimes it is there. Now you will practice applying continuous attention to the moving second hand, while simultaneously applying continuous attention to whole body sensations with the technique restrain, remind, rhythm. Specifically, you maintain memory, remembering to keep teeth together, tongue on upper palate continuously. Keep in mind C in rhythm with the movement of the second hand. Relax and let it be natural. Again, maintain memory, remembering to keep teeth together, tongue on upper palate, to keep in mind C continuously with the movement of the second hand. Now look at the screen and begin. Relax. Your only tasks are to keep teeth together, tongue on upper palate, and to keep in mind C, following the movement of the second hand. Keep in mind C in whatever way is comfortable. Keep in mind C, whether fast or slow, whatever feels comfortable. Keep in mind C continuously following the movement of the second hand. Teeth together, tongue on upper palate, keeping in mind C in rhythm with the second hand. You see the second hand moving continuously, applying continuous attention to its movement. Yet you also perceive sensations of the teeth, tongue interwoven with breathing sensations. Keep in mind C, C continuously according to the movement of the second hand. Keep in mind C, C continuously according to the movement of the second hand. you stop. You have practiced restrain, remind, rhythm, while following the moving second hand of the clock. When practicing restrain, remind, rhythm, you experience that there are two kinds of attention: continuous attention to the moving second hand, and at the same time, you still feel the sensations of the teeth, tongue interwoven with seeing the moving second hand, and interwoven with seeing the breath rhythm. Sensations of breathing in and out, and you still perceive certain sensations on the body. Naturally, at this time, there must be continuous attention to whole body sensations in order to perceive those sensations. Previously, you applied continuous attention only to the moving second hand, without attention to the body. Therefore, you did not perceive the rhythm of breathing in and out, and you kept thinking randomly. Now you experience two kinds of attention: continuous attention to the moving second hand and continuous attention to whole body sensations. If one maintains restrain, remind, rhythm continuously during this period, one sees that there is no longer tension, fatigue, or boredom. No more random thinking as before, but instead a feeling of ease, a light joy. The mind feels empty and vacant, free from any thoughts. You are completely single-minded in continuously following the moving second hand, without thoughts intervening, without losing focus. Not only are you completely focused on the moving second hand due to continuous attention, but because there is also continuous attention to whole body sensations, there is no longer tension, fatigue, boredom, or random thinking. And instead there is a sense of light joy, comfort. Naturally, some can practice continuously, while others practice intermittently. Even if intermittent, when you practice for 30 seconds or 1 minute, you still see that you are completely focused on following the moving second hand with a gentle happiness and ease. No longer tense, tired, or bored as before. Now you will practice restrain, remind, rhythm, to apply continuous attention to whole body sensations while still applying attention to the task. Now you stand up and create space to practice the exercise movement. The activity is exercising. Swinging hands, commonly called Yi Jin Jing. You may rise on your toes or not. Those who have practiced Yi Jin Jing for a long time and are accustomed to rising on the toes may do so, but most who are new do not need to rise on the toes. You begin swinging arms with restrain, remind, rhythm. Specifically, keep teeth together, tongue on upper palate, and keep in mind C in rhythm with the movement of your arms. When the arms move forward, keep in mind C. When they move backward, also keep in mind C. Keep in mind C, continuously according to the movement of the arms. Now look at the screen for guidance and begin practicing. Maintain the memory of restrain, remind. Rhythm. Keep teeth together, tongue on upper palate, and keep in mind C, C, according to the movement of the arms. Do not keep in mind C, C, according to the image on the screen, but to your own swinging rhythm. Remember, restrain, remind. Rhythm. Keep teeth together, tongue on upper palate continuously. Keep in mind C, C, continuously, according to the movement of the arms. you stop. You are practicing a task. The arm swinging exercise, commonly called Yi Jin Jing. If you continuously maintain the memory of restrain, remind, rhythm, teeth together, tongue on upper palate, and keeping in mind CC continuously according to the movement of the arms, you experience two kinds of attention. Continuous attention to the task of arm swinging, and you see that there is continuous attention to that task. Second, you still feel the sensation of the teeth and tongue, and still feel sensations at the chest, abdomen, legs, and arms. Thus, perceiving sensations on the body means there is continuous attention to whole body sensations. Therefore, now you have two kinds of attention: attention to the arm swinging task and continuous attention to whole body sensations. Because of these two kinds of attention, you see that there are no thoughts at all. The mind is empty and blank, completely focused on arm swinging, on exercising, without being distracted by anything. You practice for 10 minutes and feel positive, joyful, at ease, without boredom, fatigue, or tension. You see that continuous attention to whole body sensations while still applying. Continuous attention to the task leads to single-mindedness, to not being distracted, to complete focus on the task, and to doing that task with a positive, joyful, and relaxed state of mind. Now you move to the walking posture, commonly called walking meditation. During walking meditation, you practice restrain, remind, rhythm. Keep teeth together, tongue on upper palate, and keep in mind CC according to the movement of the arms or legs or the movement of the whole body. Especially, remember to hold the two thumbs firmly. Walk naturally, allowing the arms to move with the body according to the walking rhythm. Note that you must continuously maintain the memory, remembering restrain, remind, rhythm, keeping teeth together, tongue on upper palate, and keeping in mind CC according to the walking rhythm. It may be the movement of the arms, of the legs, or of the whole body. Now walk in a single line, keeping a distance of 1.5 to 2 meters from each other. Keep that distance, neither too slow nor too fast, following the pace set by the organizers. Now begin walking meditation according to the guidance of the organizers.